Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing here? This is wonderful, wonderful Talk to People Tuesday and Team Effort Network. Boy, you guys are right on the money, right on time. Because wait a minute, it's 11 o'clock. Where's the person good morning? Well, good morning to you. And it is so great to be here once again, listening to all the wonderful, amazing things that are happening around the world and Team Effort Network. And the best part about it is that, you know, you guys are making it happen, and you are doing it. You're taking charge. You're living large. You're getting the word out there. You're sharing. People are excited. People want to know more. They're saying, send me more praise. Send me more information. I have this person that wants it. I have that person that wants it. So keep it going, team. Keep the word going. This is January 2015, a brand new year, and we are taking it by storm. So you have dialed into the Team Effort Lifestyle Call, and this is your host, Pastor Denise McDowell, along with my business partner, Pastor Jill Wayford. The line is open. Go right ahead, introduce yourself. Where are you calling us from?
Top of the morning. This is Maureen Murphy Smith, Executive Founding Member, and I'm very excited to be here this morning. Top of the morning to everyone.
Top of the morning to you, girl. You was out working late last night, Maureen. I know you're going for the stars this year. You was up early.
Yes, I'm going to make it happen. I'm following your footsteps. I'm going to make it happen. Absolutely. For me and my team, not just me. I'm going to bring my team to the next level. Yes, we are. In Jesus' name. That's right.
That's how you do it. Executive Founding Member Maureen Murphy Smith. That's exactly how you do it, lady. Woo! Who else is with us this morning? Go right ahead and introduce yourself.
This is Dr. Rosie from Texas.
On the Maryland, sitting in the $1 million seat.
I keep mostly sitting in the $1 million seat.
That's right. That's right.
That's a hot seat, isn't it, sir?
Oh yeah, it's a hot seat. Yeah. I'm inviting everybody to join me.
Best place to be. Welcome to the call. Did I hear someone calling from Texas?
This is not a valid menu option.
Morning. Dr. All right, Dr. Rose is in the house, family. Dr. Rose is in the house. Hey, Dr. Rosie, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. Just praying and spraying.
All right. Can't wait to hear you today. Can't wait to hear you.
Millionaire in the making, Sheila Taylor McDuffie, Lanham, Maryland.
All right, Miss Sheila McDuffie. You know, Miss Sheila McDuffie, say I was thinking about you the other day and your awesome daughter, Tiara, and some of the things that she was sharing at the training on Tuesday just spoke so much volume about the mother you have been to her. I mean, she has just learned so much from you, and she's applied it, and she brought it straight to the team. So we want to say thank you for raising such a beautiful, powerful daughter.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to the call.
Samantha Richards in Newark, California.
Samantha Singenberg, how are you?
I'm good. I'm back.
Samantha, girl, you looking like $1 million. I saw your pictures on Facebook. I'm like, who is this? Is that Samantha?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my slim figure.
Yeah, girl, you got your slim on. You got your slim on. Welcome to the call.
Don Joseph, Emeryville, California.
All right, Pastor Joseph, welcome to the call, sir.
Good to be on the call.
Can't wait to hear from you.
South Carolina.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good to hear you this morning.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
So, sending all of you that are down there from around the globe, welcome to each and every one of you to the Team Effort Lifestyle Call. For you getting all this excitement and passion because of the great things and the great results that we're getting from our 10 vitamin sprays. They're making us feel really good. I know they're making you feel good. They're making me feel good. And everyone that you have taken the vitamin sprays are coming back to you saying, wow, these vitamin sprays work. I was feeling this way, now I felt that way. I didn't have any energy. Now I have all this energy. I was struggling losing weight. Now I'm losing weight easily. I'm telling you, your vitamin D levels are going up. Your vitamin B levels are going up. It's essential for your health that you stay healthy, that you take vitamin supplements, and we have something in our hands that is doing just that. And I also want to remind you, speaking with Amy Gill the other day, she's talked a little bit about our new product that is coming out now. Whether or not we're going to see what that is at our 1-year birthday celebration in March, but I'll tell you one thing, Mel and Amy are excited about this new product. She said it was powerful, and she said that it was totally, lives will be transformed. Those are exact words. Lives will be transformed with this new product. I tried to get out of her just a little bit of what it might be, but she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't even give me a little piece. She just cut the conversation off. I said, okay, I'll come back later and try it again. But I'm excited. They're very excited about this new product. And, you know, we have 6 amazing products on the table. Now we have the vitamin D, the D Power, we have the D Boost, we have the Super 10, the Cell Energy, the Slim by 10, and of course our 6th product is changing people's lives. We added another product to our another spray to our product line. I tell you, family, 2015 is just going to be unstoppable for us. It's going to be unstoppable. And I want to say congratulations to all of those that made the challenge. The 1-year Power of 2 challenge, that's what we're going to call it. The 1-year Power of 2 challenge. And it starts in this month, January. And January is important that you get your 2 new business partners, because starting in January and throughout the year, we're going for that $22,750 monthly residual come January 2016. So congratulations to those who've already got their 2 for January. Some of you see 1 more. And we're going to have a big chart on that at the meeting on Tuesday. Everyone's going to see exactly where you are with this challenge. But remember, family, we're taking 2015 by storm. We're going to be planting a lot of seeds, because come 2016, the harvest is going to be right. Well, I'm going to stop right here and bring on my business partner, Pastor Dale Wafer. Pastor Dale, are you there, sir?
I'm here. Whoa. Here we go. Sounds like it's going to be a live call. People excited.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got it right to me.
I tell you, this is a great time, great opportunity. I love that text message you sent out today. You know, the tough times you're going through now is just going to be your warm-up later. I like that. It's going to be, listen, you're going to step up and talk about the hard places you've been, because you've been so successful in getting through them. And, hey, let's not forget, guys, you know, we want to keep on getting as many people on these calls as possible. We're hearing a lot of great testimonies about people bringing new guests to the calls, and the calls are really, really resonating in their lives. You want to always also stay focused on the local events in your area, getting people to your TTPs, getting people to your Super Saturdays. It's going to be really, really important to make sure that people stay focused. We don't want to lose our focus here in the very first month. You know, we came out of the box in 2015 really, really strong, and we've seen people recruiting people and getting 2 to get 2. I'm telling you, stay focused on that, because if you get your 2, they get their 2. You keep helping everybody get their 2. We will be at $22,750 by January, so per month. So let's keep focusing, because it's really, really working. People are really now seeing the importance of focusing on helping people get there too. Now, all you have to do is continue to be a team builder in this business, and you will go far. No question about it. So, hey, listen, I'm getting out of the way because we got a great person coming on. She hadn't been on with us for a while, but, hey, we're looking forward to some great stuff.
I am so looking forward to hearing from her, Pastor Dale. She just has so many wonderful things to share in regards to the sprays and the company and the founders. And the sprays have done wonders for her life. And Dr. Rosie, I know it's been a while since you've been on. We do have some first-time listeners, and I just want to bring them the call, excuse me, and let you just share your story in regards to the vitamin sprays, what they've done for you, what you see, where you see we're going in 2015, and what are your goals with 10 for 2015. So, family, let's welcome to the call from Houston, Texas, Dr. Rosie. Dr. Rosie, are you there?
I'm here. That's me. I'm trying to get used to the song.
Well, welcome. I'm excited to have you here today. And I just really want to move out the way because I just want you to share your heart. We had a wonderful conversation last week. And there were so many great things that you had shared. And I just want you to share, if you can remember the things that we talked about, the things that you wanted to say but didn't say in regards to the sprays and your condition, your health. And, you know, we talked about sometimes people being embarrassed to say certain conditions that they're going through and how important it is that we share that just in case someone is suffering that same pain, that they can feel like they're not alone. So, Dr. Rosie, take over, please.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me on your call. I'm always so happy to be on here because every time I hear you speak, Pastor Denise, you have so much energy and love and saying. You can tell that you really care about the people. You care about what we're doing, and so do I. I just can't help it because God has blessed me so many ways in this, not just in this spray, but I know that He led me to these sprays because of, I just know that He did.
Dr. Rosie, you still there? Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you, Dr. Rosie. Now, you know, I believe the same thing, Dr. Rosie. When I was dealing with the condition that I was dealing with and not even knowing anything about vitamin sprays, not even knowing anything about vitamin D. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting a report that I'm going to need a lung transplant. And just the very next month, I'm getting a call in regards to vitamin sprays and vitamin D, and it just totally changed my life. And so I do believe that God led me to these sprays as well.
Yeah, He did. And another thing I believe, Pastor Denise, I believe that everybody who's on this phone is on this phone for a reason. I don't see this as a coincidence. So, phone, you have to know that God led you here, and you have to know that if you have to recognize the answer when it comes. And these sprays and this company is an answer to a lot of prayers. I know it was an answer to my prayers. I mean, my prayer for many, many years, because of the condition I had when I first, and I'm not going to say first diagnosed, because they didn't diagnose.
Dr. Rosie, your call is breaking up a little bit. So if you're on the speakerphone, you might want to come off. It just sounds like this is breaking up. We want to really hear everything you have to say.
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's really good.
Okay. Yeah, I had for many years for God to do something for me, and sometimes I get to the point where then can't get me better, just don't do anything, just let me go or whatever, you know. I just more. But he finally told me, you know, that we go through things for a reason. Mm-hmm. Anytime things look really, really bad, and you feel like you want to give no, just no, all your heart, something good is about to happen, something that you just would never imagine was going to happen. And sometimes it takes longer because believe. Sometimes I don't know what the reason. I'm not going to even try to say, but I just know what it means. I suffered for a long time. I had not been diagnosed, but even the doctor that.
Well, Dr. Rosie, your call is faded out there. I'm not sure if you're in a bad area or not, but it may have even dropped now. So I think her call may have dropped, and we're going to give her a second to call back in. Dr. Rosie's story is really amazing. As we give her a chance to call back in, she dealt with fibromyalgia for so many years, and she was on all the different types of medications, and she suffered with pain and just every, the condition she had just led her to have many, many other conditions. And she was on a lot of different medications for years. Dr. Rose, are you back? Okay. And as a result of coming to the sprays really helped to eliminate the amount of medication that she was taking. It actually helped to reduce some of the inflammation and the pain and all these different conditions she was suffering. I think I remember Dr. Rosie said one time when she woke up, like she had just gotten a very good night's sleep for the first time, I think, in, I guess, forever. And she remembered after waking up that night, she says, what was that? What was that? And it was like she just gotten, for the first time in years, a good night's sleep. from taking the sprays in the first week. So it was a very short period of time from taking the vitamin sprays that you started getting results with the condition she had been dealing with for years. Dr. Rosie, are you back? If you're there, Dr. Rosie, you might want to try to hang up and call back in. It sounds like you're trying to come in, but there's something that's distracting your call. And as she come in. And I believe Dr. Rosie, Pastor, if I'm not mistaken, I think Dr. Rosie was the one that said that when she woke up in the morning, she couldn't put her feet on the floor without suffering pain. It was even painful just to put her feet on the floor. And she talked about all the, I think, 10 or 20 different medications she was taking. How her husband would have to help her to get dressed. She couldn't even dress herself. She couldn't clean her own house. She couldn't do anything. She was just sedated with pain medication, for years, just getting up long enough to go to the doctor just to get pain medication just to make it through a day. And, she talked about how women who suffer with this condition, fibromyalgia, that it's so painful and it's like a life of suffering all the time that you do get suicidal thoughts. And you think, I don't want to live like that. I don't want to go through this. And she said thoughts of suicide would go through her head. And I do believe she gave a statistic that women who deal with fibromyalgia, I think 18% of them, do commit suicide because of pain. It is too much to suffer with. And she was amazed after a short period of time of taking the vitamin sprays, how her condition just changed, how it just changed rapidly. And her husband was amazed when he came in the room one morning and she was already dressed. After he had for 20 years assisted and helped her to get her dressed, he comes in one morning and she's already dressed. And, that may seem something light to us, but when you're dealing with a condition that won't allow you to dress yourself, that's something where you can get up one morning and say, hey, I can put my own clothes on. See, some things we take for granted. Some things we don't know about how it is. Are you there, Dr. Rosie?
I'm here now. I'm back. I don't know why my phone wouldn't, it dropped and I could not get back to your line. It wouldn't allow me to get back through to you, but Pastor Wafer dialed me and then three-wayed me in. So, it's
wonderful.
you can't, it's something that's supposed to happen. You can't stop it. It's going to happen.
You got that right. I love it. What it says, two is a good, but a three-pole cork are easily broken.
That's right. That's right. Hey, you need to say that again. I'm always telling people we need to do three-way calls. We got to do the three-way call. Because what did he say? A three-fold cord is seldom broken.
That's right. Okay, Dr. Rosie.
I was telling you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go right ahead. I was telling a little bit about the story, but now that you're back, I just want you to go ahead and share your story.
Yeah. I'll go. Like I said, I'll go back before they diagnosed me. That was back before they even had a name for what was going on in my body. So if the doctors don't know what it is, it doesn't exist. So when they finally diagnosed me, the way they diagnosed me, they said, we got some good news and we got some bad news. He said, which one do you want to hear first? I said, well, I want to hear the good news first. He said, well, the good news is we know what's wrong with you. We know what you have. I said, oh, you do? And because they call it the lonely disease, because nobody believes you can have anything. I think it's all in your head. But so what's the bad news? He said, oh, well, the bad news is there's nothing we can do about it. It's incurable. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So over the last 20-some years, I've tried everything because I don't take bad news very well. I don't believe it. I can't make myself believe it. So there came a point during my treatment, they said all they could do was treat symptoms. And the symptoms were so horrible until the medication made them even worse. Because once they give me one medication, they'd have to end up giving me another medication to offset the side effects of the other medication. So I ended up in a walking pharmacy. I would be ashamed. It was hard to travel because I got on so many supplements. In addition to my medication, I had so many supplements. I mean, in one day, I was taking as much as 20-some supplements in addition to my medication. So when I traveled, I was embarrassed. I was actually embarrassed because I had to have a whole separate suitcase. I wouldn't open it around people. I had a whole separate suitcase just for my medications, my supplements, my vitamins, and all these things. And it was so hard to keep up with. I had a spreadsheet that I had to keep up with my supplements on and my medications so I know what I needed to take that day and everything because it was so difficult. Sometimes I'd get tired of doing it and I just wouldn't do it. I just couldn't bring myself to do it, but I was in so much pain. I know a lot of people have been hearing the commercials on TV about, the body pain, it just hurts all over. But that's a big part of it. That's a huge part of it, but that's not all of it. The body pain was to a point, and when I hear people say they have fibromyalgia, tears come to my eyes because nobody understands it unless you have it. I would wake up in the morning and it would feel, the only way I could explain how I felt was I would say, I feel as though while I was asleep, someone was beating me with a baseball bat all over my body. I feel as though a Mack truck ran over me and then backed up over me. I would have pain so bad I could not even stand for people to touch me on my arm or anywhere. I couldn't stand to imagine not being able to even hug someone because the touch to your body was painful. It was. I got to a point in my life that I didn't like for people to ask me. I don't even know how my husband stayed with me. I just don't even understand because being in pain so long, every day, just at varying levels, but being in that kind of condition for so long, it messes with your head. You don't think straight. Your moods are one way one day, and the next day, like you said, some days he'd come home, he didn't know what he was coming home to. I didn't want anybody to ask me how I felt because I got to a point where I felt like, now, what do I say? What do I say? I'd have to sit some days and try to figure out what to say if somebody asked me how I felt because I didn't want to lie and said, oh, yes, I'm fine. But I got where I did start lying anyway because I just couldn't deal with the other, the alternative. Because I start telling someone how I really felt, I felt like that they were going to start thinking, because I'd heard them talk about other people. They said, oh, she's always sick. Oh, she's a hypochondriac. Oh, she's always complaining. So I didn't want to tell people how I really felt. So I did start lying. Oh, I feel great. And I wouldn't go around people unless I could say that. And unless I could put that high pitch in my voice and sound like I'm on top of the world. So I'd hide out until I could actually do that. But when I was told about the sprays, even though I'd done some of everything, I told you about the supplements and all that. I haven't told you about all the other things that me and my husband have done and tried to get me my life back. So by the time I got to the sprays, at least I could stand to be touched. I hadn't gotten rid of the pain. I was still on all the pain pills. I was up in what we have a resort here up in Piney Shores. God had blessed us so much materially and spiritually because he gave me a spirit to know that he was going to heal me. Even though the doctors had told me that there was no cure and that one of my problems was that I needed to accept the fact that I was going to have to live with that. And because I didn't want to accept the fact, they told me I needed to go to a psychiatrist. So there go some more pills and some more, whatever. So, but I never believed it. I never accepted that this is going to be my life. And so when we were out of town and Dr. Vincent called, he knew about it. We'd been working with him and everything, and he knew what I was going through. But we just couldn't find something that could relieve me, because there were so many other things going on in my body. You have to work on one, you got to work on another, you work on this one. And so by the time he called me and told me about 10, I was still having the headaches, I had the body aches, even the medication, they bring it down. I saw it take the edge off. And but I had these pains in my hip. I'm gonna tell you some things that came back after I started taking the sprays, and how fast. Every day I find something that's happened in my body that I just wait a minute, that wasn't doing that yesterday, last week. When did that stop? But I had pain in my hip so bad when I first heard about the sprays till I could barely walk. The bottom of my feet hurt so bad till when I wake up in the morning, I couldn't walk. I had to wait and stay in bed and take medication and pain pills to be able to get up out of the bed so I could go and, walk. Because otherwise I was walking like like I was walking on hot coals. But the pain was just horrible. So, and I had the pain in my hips. The doctor had told me I had arthritis in 2 of my fingers because I couldn't bend them. I had, and I don't hate to say this because I'm not the only one dealing with this. If I use the bathroom, number 2, twice a week, I was really thought I was doing something. Which, even though I know that you should be able to do it after every meal, that wasn't for me because, number 1, the medication was doing it. It's just about any medication you take is going to cause constipation. Right. So I suffered with that all these years because I was taking the medication, and the medication was causing the constipation, and they give me something for constipation, and, all that kind of stuff. So let me say this. I got to say it. I couldn't even go to a movie and sit through a movie without having to get up and go to the bathroom at least twice. I love movies, but I got where I hated to go because I would miss so much of it by having to leave in the middle of it. See, they don't have a DVR on movies in the theater. I couldn't stop it and go to the bathroom like I do at home and then come back and pick up where I left off. So it was just hard. It was just mentally hard to deal with that. At night, I had to go to the bathroom at least every 20 minutes, or at least 4 times a night. Sometimes every 20 to 30 minutes, I would have to get up and go to the bathroom and urinate. So when I did get the sprays, I said all that. I wasn't saying it to complain. I'm saying it to tell you what you have in your hand with these sprays. It's no less than a miracle, and I tell anybody who has, it's a miracle from God. It's a miracle from God, because nobody would believe that a vitamin could do what these do. I didn't have any energy before these vitamins. I would not be up at 9:30 in the morning waiting for the call to start so that I could tell somebody about it. I'd be laying down praying that I could get up at 12. But here I am, and I want you to know, when I first started taking these sprays, I got my energy. I started jumping out of bed at 7:30 in the morning, trying to find somebody to tell, my friends, somebody getting on the phone to tell them about the sprays. That was my energy. And when I say jump out of bed, I could get out of bed because the bottom of my feet were not hurting anymore. I'm talking about less than a month. And when I found the next thing I noticed, I wasn't limping. My hips weren't hurting. This was in April when I started these spray vitamins. April. And before the end of April, I could not find a pain in my hips. And before I had been praying to God that I wasn't going to have hip surgery. And now I feel no pain. Up to this day, it has not come back. It has not come back. Like I said, the doctor had said I had arthritis in 2 of my fingers. They were bent. They wouldn't straighten out. They were painful. That went away. Don't ask me when it did. I have no idea. All I know is one day I realized that my fingers were bending just like everybody else's, both of them. No more arthritis in my hands. It's gone. Has not come back. And I don't know which vitamin spray it is. I just know. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the doctor had, before I found the sprays, the doctor had actually prescribed prescription strength vitamin D for me, 50,000 I use. But as soon as, the range for vitamin D in the doctor's book or lab reports and things is if your vitamin D is between 30 and 50, then you're normal. You're within range, they call it. I found out once we got on the sprays, I didn't know, but I did know that in my lab report, all the symptoms, most of the symptoms they had as vitamin D deficiency were symptoms that I was having with the fibromyalgia. I recently told people that they need to stop calling it fibromyalgia and call it vitamin D deficiency.
Wow.
But, yes. And two more things, and then I'm not going to talk a whole bunch because there's so many things I could tell you, because I know every day something else is. It's like a scale dropping off, and you don't know because you keep moving, and you just know that you can move a little faster, and you look back and you see, oh, that's more scale dropped off. The symptoms and things that I was dealing with. But like I said, I don't know which spray did it, but I do know that I am able to go to the bathroom without any problem, at least once a day, sometimes twice. That has not been me. I can't even remember the last time I was able to do that. When I say that, I'm saying it truthfully. I couldn't even remember the last time that I could go to the bathroom twice a day without any problem. And guess what? I can go to the movies and sit through a whole movie and not have to get up.
Wow.
I can sleep through the night and not have to get up and go to the restroom to urinate. I am so grateful to God, to Mel and Amy. I'm grateful to Pastor Vincent. I'm grateful to Pastor Denise, because she got on the phone that very night and explained it to me what it was. And when they told me about when I heard vitamin D spray, nobody else had to convince me or anything. I just knew I wanted to try it. And I'll tell you, like I told a lady just yesterday, the spray, you try the sprays. They are the least expensive of some of the things that I've had to use over the years. At one time, I was on almost $1,000 a month worth of vitamins, not to mention my copays on my medication. So trying the vitamin sprays at the low price point they have is like, I need to do this because I don't have anything to lose. I don't have anything to lose. And if they work, I can rejoice. If they don't, I tried something else that God put in front of me. And he, like I said, if you're on this call, he brought you here, and he brought you here for a reason. And I don't care. I've heard people say, well, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. But guess what? To me, that's very, very selfish, because the people in your life aren't all fine. There are people in your life, like my husband's friend who couldn't walk for 30 years. He could walk, but he was in pain for 30 years on his feet. He had diabetes, and just a whole lot of different things are going wrong in his body. And I'm going to give you another one after this. You're not going to believe. But when my husband gave him these, and I've never seen it happen this fast in someone. Within the hour before my husband left, after letting him try the sprays, his feet were not hurting anymore. That was over 2 months ago, and now they're still not. He's so excited. He has a cousin who has diabetes. He drove, and he's in another city. He drove to that city, took the sprays to his cousin. His cousin was blind. You know, diabetes, if you get diabetes, it can drive you blind. He was blind. We talked to him last week, and his sight he can actually start seeing some things.
Wow.
We have something that needs it's a gospel, and it needs to be spread. And as I always say on these calls, or whenever I'm on the call, Dr. Denise or Pastor Denise says that I don't come on them that often. I come on some of them. I come on hers periodically, and I go on Mr. T's periodically. But like I told them, I have so much to say that I don't want to take up the whole call just talking about me. But there's so much about me, and there's so much about the people that I know and that I run into in my next appointment after I leave here. The lady is suffering from the same thing I am. Like I said, when people tell me about that, it brings tears to my eyes because I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And I would travel to anywhere to help, to talk to them because I know what they're going through. And if I weren't getting paid, I don't have to get paid to tell people about these sprays. It doesn't matter. I've given away so many sprays till, it doesn't matter. And you know what? I can say that, and I'm going to add this because I want to add this about this business. I've been in network marketing for over 30 years. The first 5 years, I didn't know I was in network marketing. And the reason I didn't know I was in it is because when I started, nobody gave it a name, but they had something that I knew other people needed to know about. And because I had a heart for helping people, I wanted to learn so that I could share. So because of that, God blessed us tremendously. I don't like to talk about what we have. I didn't, but people have been telling me that I need to let people know that things are possible when you're helping people. God gives you something to help people with, and you do that, and you follow that mandate, then he blesses you. And I've been blessed. I live in I have another testimony as soon as I say this. I live in a 5,500 square foot home. We're about to win that BMW or that Tesla. I said I want the Tesla because I've looked at BMWs and Mercedes. I drive a Lexus. I drive a big body Lexus. I've been driving Lexus for over 20 years. That's all I bought. So it makes it difficult when it comes to which car am I going to take, So what we say we'll do the Tesla, okay? This is a big one for me. It's not that I'm going to continue doing it. I just wanted to see if I could do it. But the downstairs part of my house is a little bit larger than the upstairs. So the downstairs part of my house is about almost 3,000 square feet. So the upstairs, it's a little over 2,000. So about 3 weeks ago, I haven't cleaned my own house in over 10 years. We have a maid because it's not something I could do. I just couldn't do it. I could probably pick up a duster and dust, but mopping the floors, clean the bathrooms, all that kind of stuff. I couldn't do it. 3 weeks ago, and you can shout because I did. 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I cleaned the whole lower floor of my house. My husband was scared. He was continuing to tell me, you need to stop, you're going to hurt yourself, you're going to be sick. I cleaned the whole first floor of my home for the first time in over 10 years. And I'm crying as I say this to you. I'm not going to talk anymore. But as I was saying about this business, I heard Zig Ziglar say, if you help enough other people get what they need and want, you're going to get what you want. Yeah. It's just the law of the universe. It's a law of God's law. He put something in your hand that can help so many lives. Not only can it help them in their health, it can help them in their finances. You can, like Pastor Denise says, a 3/4 cord cannot be broken. But God actually sent his disciples. Jesus sent his disciples out 2 by 2. And that's the way this compensation plan is made up. He didn't say go out and tell the world. He said go tell 2. And let them tell 2. And when you do that, you find yourself. It's just put your head down. Don't even worry about it. Just go tell people what you know. And trust me, you look up in a year or 2 years, you'll find yourself wondering, well, I don't have to clean my house either. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. Just 2 who get 2 who get 2. Teach 2 who teach 2. And I talk with my hands. There's nobody in here with me, and I'm still waving my hands. I guess I'm talking. Oh, my God. I want to thank you so much.
Well, Dr. Rosie, you are just expressing, the joy of getting your life back. And that's what we're celebrating. I'm sitting here celebrating with you. I'm just expressing your joy. At the beginning, when you first started sharing, I was feeling your pain when you talked about how you felt when you woke up like you had been beaten with a baseball bat all night. I felt that pain. And as you walked through everything you went through for 20 years, Pam, this is what I hope you heard. She suffered this condition for, just about 20 years, living in pain and on medications and constipated, not able to touch the floor with her feet without getting pain, drugged up on pain medications first. And then she started taking these vitamin sprays this April of last year. Did you hear what she said? She started taking them April. And at the end of April, that 20 years of suffering with pain was just about gone. Come on, Sam. Did you not hear that? Do you know what this lady went through for 20 years? Can you even imagine what she suffered? Not able to even talk to people because, people thought she was just complaining all the time because she didn't have any good thing to say because she was in so much pain. But now she's released and she's shouting. She's rejoicing because she can now clean her own home. She had a maid that she wanted a maid. No, but look at she's shouting over that. That's just unusual to shout because you can clean your own home. So some of us, we take so many things for granted. But Dr. Rosie, your story is amazing. I rejoice with you. I know everyone that's listening rejoice with you. And you're right. It's just, these vitamin sprays are God sent. They're all natural. The thing about it is what the body is made out of. And he created the body, so he knows what the body needs. I mean, she was supposed to have a hip transplant, and now she didn't need that because of the vitamin sprays. I was supposed to have a lung transplant, but I no longer need it now because of the vitamin sprays. This is beautiful what's happening in the lives of so many people as a result of taking these sprays. And I'm telling you, Dr. Rosie, another thing she said, look at all the money that she's saving by not having to now spend all that money on prescribed medication. I can imagine how much money you were spending on medication. I can only imagine what that monthly expense was just for your medication, just not to be in pain.
You don't want to imagine. even with insurance copays, some of my medications, I have one. I don't get it anymore, but I have one medication that even with my insurance copay was $468 a month. I have a couple of them that were $200 and one was $290 something, and then I had another one was $246. Now those are just some. So God had blessed us, but see, He won't bring you to something that He won't bring you through. He knew what He had in store for me. He knew that I was going to need the money, so He put me in network marketing, a place where we could make the money that we were going to need to do the things that we needed to do and still be a blessing to other people. And, these vitamin sprays, the other company, I'm such a blessing. I still don't give it up because we bless people in their finances. And that's where people need it. They need it in their health and they need it in their finances. And I told my sister, one thing I told her, and this was like 15 years ago because that was a health product I was using. It helped for a while, and then it stopped, but it was helping at first. And she didn't want to buy it. She said, well, I can't buy it because I got to pay my car note. And what I told her is, you know what? When you don't have your health and you sick and in pain, what in the world do you care about a car sitting in your driveway if you don't even feel like getting out there to ride in it, let alone drive it? Your health has to come first. And these vitamins are giving people their health back. I've seen the shouting, not just me. I've seen other people shouting because they're losing the pain and they're able to do things that they haven't been able to do for years. And I say it almost every time I get on a call. If you're on this call or you know people that are in this business that even know about these sprays and you don't tell somebody else, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. Yeah. Because one scripture in the Bible I always believe, to he who knows to do and does not do, It is a sin.
My goodness. Well, Dr. Rosie, I tell you, I'm rejoicing with you and family. We got to be, she can go on and on, but who couldn't? After suffering for 20 years, and now you're free from that. You got to shout with her. You got, Dr. Rosie. Thank you so very much for sharing your story. You are a blessing to us. Pastor Joe, do you have anything for Dr. Rosie before we bring the call to an end? Pastor Joe, you still there?
Yeah, I definitely got to be here because Dr. Rosie's on. I just couldn't get the phone off of mute. But, it's just an amazing story. Every time you hear it, you hear some more good stuff that has transpired in Dr. Rosie's life. And just think, here's another testimony. She's been able to just clean her whole house. I mean, how many times do people take that for granted, that you can go, I'm just going to get to clean my house. Well, think of how long she was not able to clean her house. She was not able to move around her house, because of the pain that she's in. And to see that these products are constantly helping her to become stronger and stronger and stronger in her health so she can do the regular things that people typically do every day. Boy, I tell you, there's so many stories out there that people need to hear this story that's going to help change their life. That's our number one product. Changing people's lives. Thank you so much, Dr. Rosie.
Oh, you're so welcome. So welcome. I hope I helped someone and blessed them, and you gave me the opportunity to do that. Thank you.
Changing people's lives, one spray at a time. I'm loving it. We're going to go out to Atlanta, Georgia. One-star Kevin Vaughn. What's our quote for today? Kevin, are you there, sir?
Doctor, can you hear me? Can you hear me, doctors? Can you hear me, pastors? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? How you doing?
Sir.
What? Dr. Rosie, incredible. What a blessing, man. I'm over here. We got to get those 10 tissues issued out to everybody today. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, Pastor Denise, Pastor Dale, thank you so much. Dr. Rosie, you guys are awesome. What a great day. Just a few updates real quickly, guys, and some information for you. First of all, pastors and everybody, the Ohio team is blowing up there. We had a great time this weekend doing three-way calls up in Ohio. We're going to open up Ohio with Miss Denise Moore and everything, so we look forward to some great things up in Ohio. Also, too, Florida TTPs will open up the whole state of Florida with Chris and Sakina Day. There's about 20 million in Florida. Woo! Get excited about that. Man. And in Atlanta, pastors, Atlanta on Sunday, we had a TTP on Sunday at one of the gentlemen's home in Stockbridge, and then right after church, I had a couple drive up right after church and says, when can we talk? I said, come back at 3 o'clock, and we get ready to network the Hispanic population down here in Atlanta. Y'all get excited about that. Oh, I can't wait. Got some folks excited about what we're doing, and just incredible. Hey, real quickly, too, I wanted to share, Pastor Denise, Pastor and also Doc, one thing about the sprays, no matter what they ask or what they want you to take out, I'm talking about surgery or whatever, the people are still going to have a deficiency. It don't make no sense. So y'all get 3 or 4 different opinions before you get stuff taken out. No surgery before you check your vitamin count first, ladies and gentlemen. It's so important to know what your vitamin deficiency is. And second of all, know what your blood type is, too. Know your blood type. Get your vitamin deficiency checked for everything. I don't care what it is. Tell them I want all my blood work checked. Very, very important because people are getting cut and they don't have to. I truly believe that, Dr. Rosie. I really believe that people getting surgery and they don't need it. They just need their vitamin count up. No doubt about it. Hey, I'm excited. Hey, real quickly, what was mentioned, too, before I get to the quotes, guys, is that you want to know a little bit why you're going through some stuff. It's all good. This is just stuff I was writing down while y'all was talking. Well, why am I going through stuff? The first reason why is you can't teach or share what you have not experienced, ladies and gentlemen. You know that? You cannot teach or share what you have not experienced. You know that? To affect change and transformation in and for others. Now, this is the part I like, guys, as well. God moves you forward for his will. And for you to be in his will, you must be qualified to represent him. That's the reason, guys. So get excited about being used. No matter what comes your way, it's all part of the master plan, ladies and gentlemen. For the greater is coming, ladies and gentlemen. The greater is coming, and the greater is for you. I just want to share that with you. And lastly, before I get to the quotes, greater works, the best sprays, ladies and gentlemen. We got greater works coming, and we got the best sprays on the planet. All right. Hey, y'all ready for some quick quotes, guys? Y'all ready? Are you ready? Woo!
Wow.
Oh, man, what a great opportunity. We thank Mel and Amy Gill and Mr. Gill and Pastor Denise. That's there what you do every week, guys. What an incredible business. Hey, the quote, or I should say the theme so far for today is engage yourself towards success. Engage yourself towards success. Pastor Rosie talked about this earlier. Ted Danson says, how much do you engage yourself in what's truly real and important in life? That's people, as Dr. Rosie mentioned. That's the real individual question. People are the number one reason, ladies and gentlemen. That was from Ted Danson. The next one comes from Miss Samantha Minnie. She says, believe in your ideas and trust yourself. Do not give up. Work hard and realize your dreams. Hey, Brian Tracy says, when you engage in systematic, purposeful action, using and stretching your abilities to the maximum, that's what 10's all about, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot help but feel positive and confident about yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, go out and share. That's Brian Tracy. Hey, John C. Maxwell says, a leader, this is Pastor Niece and Pastor Dale, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. I love it. That's what y'all are doing each and every day. Thank you so much for that. Hey, the last one comes from Dr. Phil. The last one comes from Dr. Phil, ladies and gentlemen. Last quote of the day. I hope this bless y'all. You need to have confidence and bold enough to stretch yourself. Scramble to close the gap, if one exists, and grow into new opportunities. Back to you guys. Welcome to your future. Let's take it by storm. I'm excited. Back to you, Pastor.
Wow. Kevin Vaughn, One Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you so much. And that one you said about greater works, boy, it just stood up so loud. All I can remember says, greater works shall we do. And we are doing a great work, people, by doing exactly what we're doing, sharing our testimony. Because, it's our testimony that helps us to overcome. Dr. Rosie, your testimony is amazing. I know that there's a lot of people overcome what they're going through. I know many people listen today, and they heard that story, and they're moved and touched by it. And that's what we do here in Team Essence Network. And I like what you said when you said that people just would not believe that it's just a simple vitamin supplement that would make a difference in your health. Just a simple vitamin that would make a difference. And why? Because that's what the body is made out of. It's not made out of pharmaceuticals. It's not made out of drugs. It's not made out of medication. It's made out of minerals and vitamins. That's what it's made out of, and that's what it needs to survive. So, family, thank you all for being here with us today. It's been a phenomenal call. Today is, what is today? I'm so excited about these days. It's just one big happy day to me. I don't know whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's just all good. It's all
That's because you don't have to go to the job.
Thank you, Team Up Network, for joining us. Mr. T tonight, 8 o'clock p.m., Show Me the Money. Dr. Rosie and Reggie, her husband, will be there with Mr. T tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. So get your guests on that call and let them hear more great things about what's happening here in Team Essence Network. Continue to take advantage of this frenzy bonus. You have until the end of January to double your Fast Start bonus, even triple your Fast Start bonus. And for those who wanted the testimony flip chart, it is available on my website. You can go to the website and order that flip chart of the different testimonies and pictures. And Dr. Rosie's story is in that book as well. And that's at vitaminspraysnow.com, www.vitaminspraysnow.com. So order that testimonial flip chart. It's been a great call. Pastor Dale, you want to say goodbye before we close out?
Let's go.
Let's go, Kevin. Be back tomorrow morning.
Good enough. Thank you
so much. That's right. Tomorrow morning, family, once again, to hear what's happening here in Team Essence Network. You are loved. You are appreciated. God bless you all and have a blessed day on purpose.